On today's episode, we shine a light on albinism advocates, remarkable individuals who, through the clinical legal education program, are raising their voices and appealing to the government of the Republic of Zambia to take proactive measures that strengthen the protection and promotion of their rights. Their message is clear. Persons with albinism deserve accessible healthcare, inclusive education, strong legal protection, and safety in every community. These are not privileges. They are fundamental rights, essential for living with dignity, equality, and security. Every person has the right to be free from discrimination and fear. Through advocacy and education, young leaders with albinism are challenging misconceptions, raising awareness, and engaging policymakers to create real, lasting change. Their courage reminds us that true inclusion begins when those most affected are empowered to speak and act for themselves, shaping a society that listens and responds. This is more than advocacy. It is a movement for justice and equality, calling on government, civil society, and every citizen to stand together, protect vulnerable communities, and ensure that persons with albinism can live free from discrimination, fear, and stigma. Together, we can build a Zambia where every person lives with hope, safety, and dignity.
And lastly, I would like to ask you, what would you recommend the government to do in order to protect people with albinism more?
Well, I think the government should adopt the laws that specifically target people with albinism. Like I said, there are two important documents right now which most countries are adopting: the National Action Plan on Albinism and the Africa Disability Protocol. So these are documents that from the UN, it has got a lot of recommendations and lessons learned, because even as countries we share problems and we share what is working in other countries.
Yes.
People with albinism in Tanzania, people with albinism in Malawi, how are they faring? In this area, what have they done? What has the government in Tanzania done? So remember that, for example, in Tanzania, there was a time when there were a lot of killings for people with albinism.
Yes.
And now, the situation has stabilized. So we want to learn from them. What did they do to bring down the killings? What measures did they take? What laws did they bring in place? So that's why there are these documents that we can learn from each other and also implement them in our country, so that we don't have to wait for a time when people with albinism in Zambia are killed. That's when now we start waking up and putting in places. We can simply learn from other countries what they have done, and then we'll be able to prevent a lot of crimes and help our people with albinism in Zambia to contribute positively to national
education. So I would just want the government to, most of the schools, they should be inclusive to all. Just allow even those people with albinism or maybe just different disabilities to get access to education.
I also want to talk about inclusiveness. Inclusiveness is very important for us people with albinism in schools, in communities, in whatever. Especially when you talk about in schools. That is where interaction from the community starts from, because we meet with different friends from different areas. As we are interacting, and that same interaction, it goes out into the society. The same people, they also sensitize the community about how albinism is, because sometimes we are being asked by our friends, maybe they want to know more about albinism status. So as people with albinism, we have that opportunity to share with our colleagues on how people with albinism find it difficulty to interact with the community and whatever, such that when we ask people with albinism, we share the same information. Those people, they can't stigmatize, they can't discriminate us.
The Zambian government have already started something which is really good, and thumbs up to them, appreciation to them, and all I want them to do is to expand on territory. you see, most of the people that access sunscreen are people from the urban areas. Rural areas don't access sunscreen and also other privileges that come. Albinism is very expensive. So the government needs to understand to say it's an everyday thing and it has to be addressed. It has started quite alright, but I would love them to expand more to the rural areas and to also other areas that, might access it, but, fail to. Yes. So that's the only thing that I would love the government to do. And also, I just want to appreciate also the government for actually employing special teachers for persons with albinism and other disabilities, because we're moving. It's bit by bit, but eventually we'll get there.